into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Purdue Boilermakers, taking on a team from the American, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Blue Devils will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Purdue Boilermakers offense takes the field. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early, get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick completion to the right. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
The Boilermakers with the 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Baker. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Boilermakers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. They just keep firing. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense in their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watson. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Baker. finds a soft spot in the middle. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Boilermakers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Snagged in the middle, it's Harris. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. That was like bouncing off the guardrails and not losing control off the upright and through. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Duke's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's
turning it on. And he's brought down after a huge completion. The Blue Devils come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Sends it back in motion. Here's a heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And what an awesome response from the defense. You give up a huge play the play before, and what do you come back? You come back and you get pressure on the quarterback, and you get him on the ground before he can make another big play.
And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Red pass, it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up.
He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Blue Devils. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Working that left side now. At midfield, he's got room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Baker. Here's the pressure. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Going up top again. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got it in the middle, it's Marshall. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on 3rd down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
And the Boilermakers are marching down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Using his feet. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Boilermakers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not exactly what you wanted on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal from the 13. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. The end of the period, and Duke has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. This quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Looking for the goal line. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Might be changing the route. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Purdue!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Hand off from the gun. And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
You just wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just fumbled again now. He seems like he's a little bit unsure of himself, and because of that, if you're the offensive coordinator, how many more times do you want to go back to this guy in this game?
He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over Georgia. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Now the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. This freshman behind center has certainly lived up to billing so far. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They're trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan there.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Looking for more room. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. The Blue Devils need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Right on the money. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
What's a nice job by the receiver there on the slant throw. Gets across the defender, makes the nice catch, hauls it in.
Now on 2nd down. Running behind that left side. Past the sticks and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
The give to the back. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab over the middle. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The Boilermakers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. This time on target. That completion will take him inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll go with a direct snap. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Looking to throw again. The sweet feet buy a little time. He steps out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll try to finish it with a score from there.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purdue! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit.
Breaks into the open. Powers through. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Tyler.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Unleashes it on the run. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Blue Devils really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Tyler. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10.
Blue 22! Blue 22!
Wants to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Watson. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Boilermakers have taken it inside the 20. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They're working that left side. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Hit as he throws. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bowie. And the returner will be dragged down. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify.
And the returner is stopped. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the Blue Devils are in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
He'll do it himself. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Under fire. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And the Blue Devils can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Makes the catch. It's Watson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Boilermakers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
It leads to 2nd down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. This one's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And they got the completion, but still looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the returner will be brought down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Finding open areas. There he goes. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
They'll ride the hot hand. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got it behind the line. It's Little. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Blue Devils are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Let's go. Set.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the marker. It's Johns. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Duke! Fitted in the window for the score.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Lining up for the PAT. Splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a good case this is the game of the week in the Big 12. Baylor is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was chanting "sick 'em" in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to Colorado. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Snagged out of the air. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. That was a big stop by the defense. Now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game, as we're starting to get late.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Moore. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. And the Blue Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Lost to throw again. Got a man. It's Little. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Reads it, fires complete. Inside the 25. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead.
Check, check. Black 33, mouse choice. 30.
Fakes the grab on the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll keep it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They took it 64 yards right down the field. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Almost a little bit more on that return. He's chased out of bounds at the 30 in good starting position for this offense. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quarterback making checks. They'll try to get outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. That's the end of the period, and Purdue has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. The give to the back. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
And that looks like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They cut into this lead the last time they had it, and now here in the 4th, a chance to move on top with a score. Fires on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires deep on the run. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
Man, great zone coverage in the back end by this defense. A lot of eyeballs on the quarterback. Great job. The ball comes out, and you can see, Jesse, that defensive secondary on a string, break on the football, and they go force the INT.
And that's what this defense wants to do. They want to win 1st and 2nd down, bring their dime personnel on the field 3rd and long, play that zone defense. There's nowhere for you to throw the football, and they get a critical takeaway.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And they'll bring him down for the sack.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Caught near the sticks, it's Watson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on fourth down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that
turning it on? They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Might as well give it to him again.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Boilermakers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Nestled just inside that right upright.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Set to advance on the football.
Coming out with it, it's Bowie. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these 1st downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Blue Devils are flying down the field. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you've got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle. It's Moon. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to pass. Looking for the score. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 8 over Georgia. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got enough for the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Handoff to the fullback. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the big fullback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. Tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Boilermakers!
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put two hands on the football, lower his shoulder. Second and goal. You don't need third and goal, thanks to the big fella.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. So that drive covered just 44 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Bowie. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his...
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to go up top on first down. Rushes on him. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.